Hey guys, it's Jess here from Tonkadale, and today we're repotting a Monstera. Let's get started. Summer is a great time to repot plants. They're actively growing and there's lots of time for them to recover from transplant shock while they're living their best life out on your summer patio. There are a couple of things that plants will tell you when they need to be repotted. One is they just simply start to overgrow the size of the pot. The ratio of pot to plant is tipped more heavily towards plant. You can see the height of this Monstera is vastly greater than the height of its grower pot. Also, it might be kind of falling over, getting too leggy. Sometimes plants will lose their pallor. They'll become like a lighter shade of green or start to look kind of pale when it's time to repot. And also, if your soil is no longer holding water each time you water it well at the sink, those are signs that your plant needs to be repotted. When repotting a plant, we generally recommend that you go up 1 or 2 sizes. We don't want to overwhelm our plant with too large of a pot in hopes that it'll grow bigger and bigger and bigger, because it really won't. You'll just create kind of a spongy effect with the soil mass to root mass, and that will allow too much water to be held too closely to the roots for too long. I have 2 container options here. This one is a bit bigger. It is a terracotta option, which is great for beginners. Terracotta is forgiving because it is porous and it does allow for air exchange and drying out through evaporation if you tend to be on the overwatering side of things. This one is also perfect for this plant. It is about 12 inches in diameter. We're going from a 10-inch pot to a 12-inch pot, and it does have a drain hole. We always want to make sure that the pot we're planting in does have a drain hole. I think I'm going to go with this beautiful white container because it's just so simple. It has the classic shape, and there's a stand available that matches just perfectly. Set that aside. We're going to mix up a little bit of a special soil for this Monstera. I do think because this is a larger plant, it can handle the richness of the Tonkadale, but I am going to add a little bit of orchid bark and perlite to increase the drainage and aeration, because aeroids do like those types of property in their soil. So let's see if I can get all the mixing done right here on this bag. I don't know. Look at that beautiful soil cake. Get some orchid bark going. I may not have planned this out as well as I could have. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Just like grilling in the Traeger. Ooh, this one's gonna be a little floofy. Let's mix it before we bring in the floof. Fold in the sides and knead. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? It's kind of like making pasta salad. You just kind of look and see how it goes. Nice and chunky. All right, now it's like making pasta. We'll make a little spot for the perlite so it doesn't blow away. Whew, level up on perlite here, folks. It's like white gold. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. I don't think I could be any happier right now. All right, we'll let that stand for just a moment. One trick I've learned over the years is to add a terracotta shard to the bottom of your pot. That just ensures that soil doesn't come streaming out the bottom when you first water. I think I'm going to fill this a little less than halfway full. Then we're going to get in there and inspect the roots of our Monstera. Why did I do this? This is only if you have multiple repotting projects to do in one day. Beep, 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 beep. I can see that my plant needs a little bit of maintenance. One thing that I would recommend doing is the day before you plan on repotting, I would water your plant really well so it's just really nice and happy. It's really not fun working with dried out plants. It's kind of like licking a popsicle stick, just not ideal. So I'm going to trim off some of the damaged leaves. Damaged, ripped leaves. We do have a leaf exhibiting some sun scorch. Take those off. Oh, you looking like a queen. See, this is an example of likely some sun scorch, just a little too much bright light directly on the leaf. Take off some of those lower leaves. these aerial roots bug you, you can trim off some of them. I'm going to gently loosen the root ball from the sides of the container. Slide it on off. Check it out. These roots look really great. We do have some encircling roots that are coming around the root ball instead of growing straight down. So let's release them from their disposition. Get everybody waked up and ready to grow. You can remove some of the old soil, especially if you've been having trouble with fungus gnats or shore flies. It's a good way to refresh and start again. I'm not a huge proponent of like totally cleaning off the roots. I think if the roots are looking healthy, nice and white, and they're putting off lots of new roots and you can see tiny root hairs, it's all good. Wake everybody up. I'm gonna go get a moss bowl. Okay, I'm back. These are moss bowls from one of our favorite vendors, Mossify, out of CA, Canada. Lucas, where you at? These moss bowls are so cool because you can bend them and they're almost like plant art, but you'll need to get them in place before the plant. There we go. Looking good. This could be like a 2-person job, like wrapping a present. It's just, whoops. Let's get all of the roots in there. Nice and gentle. We don't need to shove it down. Kind of can make a little pocket for all of those roots to snuggle in. I'm still back here. Don't worry. What we want to do is kind of situate the sturdiest stem towards the moss bowl. That way we can give it some really good support. All right, let's get all those roots tucked in. We're gonna leave about 1 inch or so of space between the top of the root ball and the top of the pot so that when we water, there is space for the water to percolate in. Now we'll add back some of our mix. You just hear the roots, they're going, ah. Ooh, ah, ah. They're like having a spa day over here. And they're loving up on this humidity, bright light, sunshine. Now we're just gonna kind of tamp down the soil. We don't want to smash it down, we're just gonna tamp it down. Make sure to get down along the sides. That tends to be where the air pockets are. I don't know, this looks pretty good. All right, so we're gonna secure our main stem to the moss pole. I brought some of this Velcro tie tape. It's nice and soft and it won't dig into the stem of the plant. I think that's a great start. I do see some new leaves emerging, which is very cool. Now we're gonna water it in. Let's take it to the hose. Take it to the hose. When you're watering large floor plants, it's a great idea to let them dry down several inches, and then when you water, water well. Chop some of the leaves. This is also a great practice, especially as a pest control measurement. Here with a soft cloth and wipe those leaves dry so you don't get any water spots. I do believe plants respond to touch. Plants that experience wind and touch often grow more compactly, if that's a word, have sturdier stems and are more compact. Kind of like humans. When you get a hug, you're sturdier. We do have the opportunity to tie up more stems if we think we need to. Monsteras or split leaf philodendrons do grow rather quickly, and it's really fun to enjoy just their unique characteristics and wildness, especially in a big room or outside on a patio. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at Tonkadale.